Welcome, replay viewers. This is Gannon, and you are looking at my glorious view from my front porch, and I'm just so happy to have you all here. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome replay viewers and welcome live viewers. Hi, Fairy Queen. Nice to see you. Today I want to talk a little bit about self-care. Radical self-care. Thank you for the beautiful hearts, to be specific. Now, what do I mean when I say radical self-care? Excuse me for squinting. I guess I should have sunglasses on. We have a tendency to put ourselves last. We like to, thank you for inviting followers. We tend to put other people first. And I say this mostly, don't take this wrong, all you dudes out there, but women tend to put themselves last and put everyone else first, particularly moms, as I am one. So when we do that, we find ourselves drained, exhausted, sometimes even resentful, and we wonder why, because we deserve the same care. Hi, Trisha. In fact, Trisha, who just joined right here, she did a broadcast yesterday, talking about being an empath and about how important self-care was. I gotta read. Hi, Jose. It's vital. It's not just important, it is crucial to our well-being. When we don't practice good self-care, literally it can affect our health in just intense ways. I know this personally. When we don't, yeah, you know, when we ignore those signals that we get from our body, our intuition or messages from the universe, it can be, I say we get the message as a whisper first. It starts out, you know, that little nudge, that whisper, and then when we ignore that, we get a louder voice, a louder hint, maybe a shove. We ignore that, you know, we might get a brick upside the head. And just saying this from personal experience, the brick sucks. Don't do that. I ignored the signals my body was giving me a couple of years ago and ended up with a migraine that lasted 7 weeks. And when I say this, I mean nonstop 7 weeks, and it sucked. And that led to other health issues. I've since, you know, brick causes life-changing consequences in such a not nice way. But, you know, sometimes that's what we need, no matter how bad it sucks. So I'm grateful that I did that. I try not to ignore those little nudges. I can't say that I'm perfect. Sometimes I do, and I find myself feeling the need to push. I don't know what it is about our society. I'm going to say this particularly as Americans. We feel like we have to be going nonstop, you know, pushing ourselves. And it's like it's this competition to see who works longer hours, who can accomplish more in a day. Hey, how long was your to-do list? Well, mine was 50 things. I got it all crossed up. Yeah, it's 90 miles an hour. I got all mine crossed up. It's like I was saying to somebody yesterday, I felt like I'm going Mach 10 with my hair on fire, which is not good. Sounds cool. Sounds like, you know, a pretty interesting image, but it fucking sucks. And so, you know, you have to put the brakes on and go, wait a minute. Now I've got to practice self-care. Whatever that means to you. Yeah, whatever that means. Does that mean you take a nap? Which a lot of us consider, God, naps are indulgent. Naps are for kids. Naps aren't for adults. Not so. I'm not a really good napper, but when I go through wonky sleep patterns, which I tend to get into and have the last couple of days. Last night I had one, you know, few hours of sleep. You know, today, if not a nap, I've got to just rest. So that may mean, hey, I don't get laundry done, or I don't get some of my work around the house done. I'm not talking about things that have to be done. But for most of us, there's things that can be put off. There's just, you know, it's not, the end of the world is not going to come about because I didn't freaking dust my furniture today. And I don't give a shit, to be totally honest with you. So, you know, for me, that means I'm sitting outside right now talking to you all on Periscope because that actually energizes me. You know, may take a little cat nap later. I've just rested today. I had physical therapy this morning. And so today is my day to do that. I may do some art. Thank you for the purple hearts. Later, I really, have developed a love of painting and indulging my creative side. So that also is about filling your creative well. What does that do for you? When we don't take care of ourselves, we can't care for other people. And once again, I'm going to go back to the women, the wife and mother thing. That's particularly critical. I know we've all been on an airplane, so you hear the speech. If the plane were to lose pressure, there's an oxygen mask that's going to drop down in front of you, and they always tell you to put the mask on yourself before you help the person next to you, whether that's a child or someone who needs assistance. Because if you don't have that oxygen, you can't do anything for anybody else. You're kind of helpless. So this is the instance that self-care. Hi, Megan. That self-care is taking care of you so you can take care of other people. The oxygen mask. I often use the analogy that consider yourself a bank account. Your bank account. We all have checking accounts, bank accounts. Hello, lovey. If you don't have deposits made and all you have are constant withdrawals, what happens? Your bank account is overdrawn. There is shit in there. There's nothing. There's nothing to draw on. More hearts, thanks. So you have to have deposits, whether that's you making the deposits by caring for yourself or allowing other people to do for you. That's a big one too. We all feel guilty about asking for help. Like, that's going to make me look weak and worthless, and I don't need to ask for help. Bullshit. I call big bullshit on that. Ask for some help. Hey, Diane, how are you? I don't have any problem anymore. I do try and do things. I won't lie. I'll start doing things for myself, but sometimes I'll be like, hey, whether it's my husband or my daughter who is at home, both of our boys are out of the house now, somebody else do it. You do the laundry. You run an errand. You do this. It doesn't matter if you do it yourself. Yeah, it's really, really hard to ask for help. I still have problems. And part of it is I think I can do it faster and better myself if I just do it and don't ask, somebody else to do it, which is ridiculous because in the end it gets done. It really doesn't matter how it gets done. Oh, that sounds like a good self-care routine. Like I said, to each his own. Man, I don't care. Whatever it is that makes you relax, that makes you happy. If it's 5 minutes, if you have a chance to take 5 days, wouldn't that be nice? That sounds good. But whatever it takes to give yourself. Oh, cool. That's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I think we should teach our children to practice self-care. Like I said, so much of it is our society, and it's this ridiculous notion that everything has to be done, at Mach speed and bigger and better than the next person, which is so not true. And what happens? People literally crash and burn. They have health problems. They have breakdowns, and that solves nothing. Oh, yeah, it has to be perfect, which is total bullshit. Total bullshit. Yes. Yeah. Totally right, Diane. Absolutely. But yeah, total BS. Trisha, and I'm a recovering perfectionist. I like it. I wouldn't have told you that or thought that about myself a few years ago, but I guess I am. I like it a certain way. And all it does is drive yourself crazy. So I think Liz Gilbert says, her mom used to tell her, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be done. It just has to be enough. Just good enough. That's all right. I don't care if the house looks perfect, if it looks good and good enough. And I don't, I don't need a shovel to get in the door someday. That's all I care about. Other days, maybe I want it a little bit better, but we just need to give ourselves a break. We need to not be so hard on ourselves. We are harder on ourselves than anybody else could ever be on us. We use self-talk very, very negatively toward ourselves. The way we self-talk, we wouldn't talk to our friends or our family that way. I don't know if anybody else experiences that, but what the chatter you get in your head, which is you or your gremlins, is not nice. It could be very ugly, and you wouldn't talk to your loved ones that way, or sometimes even your worst enemies. So cut yourself a break, man. Give yourself some self-care. Give yourself some love. Go do something for yourself. Take a nap. Take a walk. Meditate. Have a cup of coffee. Have a cup of wine. Have a cup of tea. Whatever. Oh my God. Whatever floats your boat. I just want everybody to love on themselves much, much more than we ever do. Oh, yeah. Build self-care into every day. I think sometimes, Diane, maybe it's almost like we need to put it on the calendar, like it's an appointment with ourselves. And if that's what it takes, I say do that. And then block that time out for just you. Don't take any calls. Don't take any clients or whatever it is you do. Yeah, build self-care into every day. Totally. So just to end this broadcast, it's a short one today. I drew another card. Oops, there goes the box top. Excuse me. From the Julia Cameron Blessings deck, her gratitude cards. So I did a shuffle at the beginning and drew a card. And this is what we came up with. The Breath of Spirit. Which actually reminds me, for some reason, just when I pulled the card, reminded me of Wayne Dyer, who I'm sure most of you know passed, and made his transition Saturday night. And he was a tremendous spiritual teacher, and I think all of us feel his loss. But at the same time, he is now, he's infinity. He's an infinite love, infinite spirit, infinite energy. So he's everywhere. And to me, it's like the breath of spirit. So I feel that he will still be oh gosh, yeah, he's in all of us. So he will be even more of a teacher now than he ever was. So I'll read what the card says. I am a unique conduit for the good of the universe to flow into the world. As I listen and respond to my inner guidance, I bring to the world's originality and opportunity. I have a unique healing presence which blesses those who know me. Thank you for the hearts. And like I said, we listen to our inner guidance, and we are, all of us, a blessing to everyone in our lives. We are unique, beautiful, beings of light, and we have to remember that instead of thinking we're not good enough. We're not, as successful as so-and-so, blah, 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 whatever. The comparisonitis bullshit gremlin will talk in your ear all day. You are a creation of the divine. You're a piece of the divine. You're a part of the whole. We are all one. So it makes us all that beautiful and that perfect. And we have to remember that. Love ourselves, love one another, and give yourself a big, big hug. I'm giving you big hugs, big kisses. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, thank you, Diane. Mwah. Love y'all. Be good to yourself. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.